Hello, my friends, and welcome back to Loved Inspired Handmade with Christina. Today is June 13th of 2025, and I am so excited. I'm always excited to show you this cute little pop-out card. So, it's a gold gate. Gold. I got gold on my mind because the paper I'm showing you is gold. It's a gatefold card. Okay, I'll get my words out. Calm down. Isn't that cute? So cute. Anyway, I'm going to be showing you with the Inspiring Imperfections. It's a new stamp set that's coming out, or has came out, and the paper and the stamp set, y'all, it is just such a beautiful image on the stamp. And wait until you see the designer series paper. It is like, wow, it's so pretty. It's very soft, it's pastel-y, and I think it makes a perfect thing for this card. So I'm going to turn the camera down for you. Bum-ba-da! And we are going to get started. Uh-oh. The camera acts like it's fixing to fall out. That would be so terrible. I'm sorry, you got my hands. All right, let me get out of the way. Not doing real well for you. Just fast forward through this, it'll be fine. All right, so it's kind of complex as far as the way we put this together. I want to make sure that I step you through some of it. Let me get a little bit closer for you. There you go. So that you can really follow along and see what I'm talking about here. So how this is put together is kind of like, let me get in the camera. Is my camera falling? Oh my goodness, technical difficulties never fails. So we have it like this, and then it kind of just, the way it stands and everything, it's so cute, right? I love that. But let me show you, before we get into the cutting and measuring and all the fun things here, this stamp set again. Isn't that beautiful? Like, let me get over here there for you. I love it. It has beautiful sayings on it. I love the imagery where you can add the gold here where the cracks. Again, I'm saying gold, but here's why. Okay, so if you look at this paper, that's like one side. It has a very beautiful little gold cracks all the way through it, and then we have this one. Isn't that pretty? And then here's one like so, and this one's all accented into the gold as well. And this one, look at those vases. And I like, because with the die set, if you get the whole bundle, you have the dies where they match up with these perfectly, even the flower. So you don't have to fussy cut it, you know, that's, unless you just love fussy cutting. Can you just see how elegant that is? It's very, very pretty. Okay, so that's where I got gold on my mind, and I just keep shooting gold out. But I'm using some Misty Moonlight cardstock. I have Secret Sea ink, and I'm going to have the cloud cover ink here with me as well for stamping later. Now, I'm going to kind of go through the measurements with you real fast. I'm still not happy with this camera. Let me move it closer to me. There, maybe that's more better. More better. It's Friday, you guys. I'm really excited. We've had this, we're going to a concert this weekend down in Houston, and I'm super excited about it. We've had it planned for months and months and months, and there's a group of us going, and yeah, it's going to be amazing. So if you love Metallica, there's going to be Pantera there, and Suicidal Tendencies. So yeah, we're little metalheads, and we're really excited about rock it out this weekend. So if you're coming, and we happen to see each other, say hello. But I'll be sure to share all the photos with you later. So I'm going to go ahead and let's move all this stuff out of the way so we can start from the bottom here. So you're going to take 2 pieces of designer series paper of your choice, and they are going to be cut. This first set is 1 7/8 by 5 3/8. You are going to need two more pieces here, and they're cut at 3/4 by 2 7/8. And then you're going to need 4 of these little guys, and they're at 1 7/8 by 1 1/8. I also have, I actually didn't measure this, so hang on. This is 1 7/8 by 3, and that is my scrap piece of white that I will be stamping on. Now here comes the intricate fun part. Y'all ready for this? Okay, let's see if I can remember. I did go ahead and pre-do it, but to help you with the video, if you're trying to put this together, you start off with an 8 by 5 1/2 sheet of cardstock. Once you have it, you're going to score it at 2. You're going to score it again at 4 and 6. Now this 4-inch one is your tricky one. So you're only going to score up part way. So this little section that I have here is a 1 1/4 section. So only go up to 1 1/4 and score on both ends. Now before you do this next scoring mark, you're going to turn it in your paper trimmer, and you're going to cut from this score line all the way to that score line. So you're going from the 2-inch to the 6-inch, and it should be right there just where you just put this 4-inch score, because we're not going all the way down the center, we're just going up a little bit. You're going to cut your mark on both ends. Then you're going to turn it back in your paper trimmer, and you're going to score these 2 little sides. So the next one is at 3 inches, and this one over here is at 5. So what we're looking at is a 2-inch score line, a 3-inch score line, a 4-inch, this one is a 5-inch, and a 6-inch. Okay? Once you've gotten that cut, then you're going to take your bone folder, which I don't have out here with me. Okay. Now we want to score all of our score lines. Before we start assembling, go ahead and get those babies good and crisp on all the things, just like so. This one's going to be a little tricky. So once you have everything scored, that's how it's going to stand. Kind of like an M, mountaintops, rooftops. But on the inside of it here, if you can see, it's going to have the little pop-up like this. So it's all kind of like, you know, it's going that route. Now once you've done that, let's go ahead and lay it flat, back down flat, and you're going to add all your little pieces of designer paper that we just priorly cut out. I'm choosing this piece this time. I think it's, I don't know, I dig blue and white anything. It kind of reminds me of that blue willow feel. It's very pretty. So just add it to each outer corner here. Get the other piece. It's actually fairly simple card to put together, even though it looks very difficult, because I hadn't put it together before, and then I was like, you know, can't be that hard, so let's give it a whirl. So yeah, here we are. Then I'm going to take my 2 little pieces here, the 3/4 by 2 7/8. I think that I have that upside down. And I'm going to add it on each of the little cuts that we have here on these little center outer corners. And it's going to go over here like that. So that's how it should look. Yeah, so it's coming together. Cute, 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 cute. All right. And then take our last 4 pieces that we have, and we're going to put those on the last 2 remaining pieces we have here. would think that there really isn't a top or bottom to this, but it kind of feels like there is with these designs. So I keep trying to flip my florals around to where they look like they're supposed to be going a certain direction. Sure. It's coming together. So pretty. Yeah. Okay, so now that's what it looks like. Dig it? Yeah. All right, I went ahead and pre-cut on that one sheet of designer series paper that I showed. They had these little vases and stuff already. All you had to do was cut them out with your die cut. So I went ahead and did that, and I'm going to just add those to one side of my card, just to give that extra little pop of color I think that it needs. So let me go ahead and move this over and see how I'm going to add these these cups. And another thing fun with them, I mean, you can make them straight and uniform, but it's also fun if you just kind of stack them, kind of like they actually go in our cabinets. You know what I'm talking about, when you have so many and they just kind of fall one way or the other. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. So just kind of give it a little stackaroo where they're just kind of all piled up on top of each other. But I also took out one of these little florals here, and these pretty little flowers, and I'm just gonna stick him in here somehow. Not quite sure. Just to kind of give an extra little, I don't know. Guess it could look like it's steaming. Stick it in there just like so. I had another thought with it, but now that I'm putting it together, I'm not quite sure how. Yeah, anyway, not sure I dig that. Let's see, how about this way? Just don't dig it. What do you think, guys? Try it this way. No, I'm leaving it off. Okay, so we flip it around so you can see it. Right, that's cute. I dig it. The final thing is just taking your little white piece here and we'll stick him on. So let me get I chose the thanks for helping me through this difficult time. And I'm going to stamp it with my secret C. So let's stamp him like so. But I also thought about, there's a little bitty floral edge in here, and I wanted to put it just to add a little bit of I don't know, a little extra decoration to the card sentiment, just like that. Then you can take your cloud cover Stampin' Up marker and just lightly kind of go through and fill in that, because then it can accent. Another thing, instead of stamping with the secret blue, it would be really pretty if you put some gold emboss here. Yeah, and then colored it in. It would be very much a great accent. So now that I've done that, let me add it to the top, and then that is it. You can come back and add an embellishment. You can add some ribbon or thread. I think would be very pretty on here. But ta-da! What do you think? Super adorable, right? All right, let me zoom it back out a little bit so that you can see. It folds like that, and then it stands, so if it's standing on someone's table, it's very, very cute. This one, I was playing with it, and I actually ended up doing this one a little bit different. It's almost the same size, but it's not, because when I was playing with this one, I did the measurements a little bit different. So you have more of a square center on that one, but it turned out just as cute. It can still stand and do all the things like this one does, but you just have more to work with if you want to write a little something here. And you can also leave these sides blank too to write a sentiment. Just to give you a sneak peek, because I have been playing with this Inspiring Imperfections, here is another card that you can create with it. This isn't it, this is just a standard card here that opens that way, but you can do that one. Here's another one for a little more inspiration. See how I embossed with the gold on there? And I embossed the sentiment as well. Here's one more. And that's where I got that little flower, because I thought, oh, that would be really cute. Anyway, I had done a retreat, and this is some of the cards that we put together in that. So I didn't necessarily love this stamp set until I did this retreat, and it turned out absolutely beautiful. So now I'm in love with it, and I'm showing you some new ideas. So anyway, I hope you have a fabulous weekend, you guys, and that you try this fun pop-out gatefold card yourself. If you do, make sure to give me a tag and let me see your designs from it. Comment below, and share if you know somebody that would enjoy this, share the post, and so make sure that you subscribe, ring that bell so you never miss a video, and go into the descriptions and see all the links and stuff so that you can get more information about this and a whole lot of other things. But until then, y'all be safe, be blessed, and I will be back next Friday on June 20th. So bye.